December 31st, 2014, I uploaded my first video. And according to Leon, a legend was born. About all that, man. But today is Tuesday, December 31st, 2024 in NightFoxx land. That's right. Today, as I'm recording this, is my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. I woke up this morning to a new achievement unlocked from YouTube. Congrats on your 10th anniversary. Cheers to 10 years of spreading your creativity on YouTube. That is wild. Oh my gosh. It's so weird to think that I have some viewers at home watching my videos that are younger than my channel. But I'm here for it. This is insane. A lot has changed in 10 years. When I uploaded this first video, I never thought that I would be doing YouTube 10 years later. I thought maybe this would be like a hobby that I would do for like 2 or 3 years before real life things would get in the way and make me quit. I never thought I was going to be doing this for 10 years, let alone be doing this as my full-time job in 10 years. I made this channel on October 17th, 2014, and for 3 months I planned and worked up the courage to upload my very first video. And it was kind of a new year, new me situation. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't even have a capture card or a PC, really. All I had was an Xbox 360, a TV, and a really old camera that I had on a tripod that I pointed towards the TV to keep the camera shake off. And that is how I recorded my very first video. I did the audio afterwards, and this is how it sounded.
Hey everyone, welcome to my brand new channel here on this tiny little corner of the internet known as YouTube. I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself to you all. Hi, my name is NightFoxx.
The amount of times I had to record this video is insane. Like, the video was there. I recorded the video. I prepped this video for days. You'll see why a little bit later as this little part here happens. But I was so nervous to talk. I had to have like 6 or 7 takes. It took me like an hour and a half to record a 2-minute 41-second video. And I was so nervous, which is why I sound so different.
I'm brand new to kind of uploading videos to YouTube, but I've been an avid viewer for some time.
10 years we've been doing this. And another crazy thing is in that 10 years, I've never really done a Ask Me Anything, a Q&A. And so I decided to do one finally. So I said, ask me anything for a vid. Can be YouTube related, Roblox related, personal related. I'll be answering as many as I can. I didn't realize at the time I was gonna get 333 questions. And I especially didn't realize that over on YouTube, I was gonna get an additional 742, over 1,000 questions. We're not gonna get to all of them in this video, so I'm just gonna choose a couple of them. And you know what? We'll just start with the very first one. I'm gonna scroll down. I don't know what it is. Let's just answer it. It's from Jack here saying, why do you make bad trades and updates videos besides the for the content? I want an actual reason. Wow, okay. It is no secret that I do make some pretty poor trades for videos, but you should know the reason that I do it, it's not so much that I'm trying to just purposely do it to troll the community or rage bait. I legit have to make these bad trades because I want to turn around and include them in the thumbnail of the video. Every single update, there's always a new huge or Titanic pet that everybody's going to want to seek after. And so finding a video where somebody actually gets it is enticing to the viewer and allows them a reason to click. Obviously, the better the pet I get, kind of correlates to a better performing video when I upload it. We want to get these pets, but because they're so new to the game, they're always really, really expensive. Of course, they come down in price later on in the week, but by that time, all of my competition has already done what I was doing, making bad trades just so they can use that in their thumbnail. If I want to not clickbait my audience, I have to get the pet at all costs. And usually it's a very expensive cost. Off that though, Weird Block says, how do you make a profit when spending hundreds every video? And when you look at it, yeah, I do spend a lot in a lot of different videos, but I always make sure to set a budget and make sure that I don't cross that budget so that I can still turn a profit. Like for instance, this video here, I spent $1,200 on. It's probably gonna make somewhere around like $1,500. On top of that, you guys using my Starcode helps, and I also help supplement by doing some sponsor segments like 24 hours is a Lego and Race to Get Rich in Lego Fortnite Brick Life. Those were both sponsored videos that actually also paid me money. I didn't spend any money in here, but I turned around and used that money to spend it in these videos here. Basically, I always have a budget that I stick to ensure that I don't just go negative every single video. Katarina Crab says, do you have confidence in the Phillies to win? the World Series in the next 5 years? No, I don't. Figs Kitten here says, do you ever feel overwhelmed by it all? The constant uploads and filming while balancing and having a family in real life. How do you bring such constant good vibes no matter what? Are you even human? Maybe. Yeah, I do get overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed quite a lot, actually. At least like once a day I'm recording, I'll have to pause recording just to like take off my headphones and lay back in my chair and just rub my eyes and do this a couple times and pace in my room and go walk just to like clear my head because I'm not feeling a recording or I'm not feeling a video. Sometimes I've scrapped videos halfway through them to start over because I don't like how they are. It's a lot. I always strive for quality, and when I don't have the quality that I want, I'll get really stressed. I'll scrap a video completely and I'll go back to the drawing board and think about it until it's something I'm happy with. It's the reason that I can't post every single day, because most of my videos take about 6 to 8 hours to just record, and then we have to edit them and do the thumbnails and all that stuff. It's a lot. I have a lot of sleepless nights, but I try to keep everything to a schedule. It's the key to balancing the family life, the real life, with my YouTube job. I always try to take at least one weekend day off, seeing as Friday and Saturday are big update days in Roblox. Usually I'm stuck to a computer both of those days, which means Sundays is for the family, and that's what I do. And as far as bringing good constant vibes, I just always remember that my job is literally playing video games and having the ability to just be creative. It really is a dream job. I'm my own boss. I don't have to worry about what anybody says. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't dread being awake, which is something I used to do all the time when I worked a more traditional job. In fact, that's probably the answer to this next question of how I stay motivated to continue making videos throughout these 10 years. As you may or may not know, I am a little bit older than a lot of your other YouTubers that you watch. Most of the other Roblox YouTubers that you watch started YouTube when they were like 15, 16, maybe even 13. And if they've been doing it for a long time, they're now in their mid-20s. This is their job, but it's also the only thing that they know. I started YouTube at 26. And at the time when I started, I already had my family. I already was married. I had already gotten out of college, and I was working a traditional job, and I hated it. I always felt like a cog in a machine and that I was answering to other people. And it always felt like no matter how well I did, the only reward I got was more work. I started YouTube because I wasn't happy with my life and I was looking for a change. So while all these other YouTubers don't know what lies out there beyond the YouTube space, they've been nestled in their little YouTube cocoon since they started. And when they get burned out, they think that there's something greater out there. For me, I've seen what's out there and it scares the living daylights out of me. So that's what keeps me motivated to continue making videos after 10 years. Because no matter how bad YouTube gets for me, it still leaps and bounds better than the life I was living before I had YouTube to begin with. SFX here says, how much money have you spent on Roblox since you started? Well, I'll tell you this much. Ever since I started Pet Simulator, I've been spending a lot on Roblox. Before that, not so much. In fact, like the first 4 or 5 years I was on Roblox not playing simulators, I probably maybe only spent about 10,000 Robux in that 5-year span. But since Pet Simulator has come out, this is kind of what my yearly spending looks like. 5 million? Yeah, I average about 5 million Robux a year. So if I take that into account with how many years I've been playing Pet Simulator, I've probably spent somewhere around 15 to 18 million Robux on this game. So if I put this in a little converter here, I've spent over $200,000 on Roblox. Oh my God. I regret answering this question. Let's just move on to the next one. Like, how did I meet my wife, Nixie? Was it IRL or through a video game? It's so weird that this actually is a pretty common occurrence now. When I met my wife, that was something weird. In fact, I met my wife before dating apps even really existed. We've been married for almost 16 years now, and I actually met her at a college frat party. I wasn't in a frat, she wasn't in a sorority, but we had like a mutual friends that were in a frat. They were throwing a little get together, and we met through mutual friends at the party, and we bonded over our music taste together and how similar it was. And as the night went on, we actually broke away from the party and just like hung out, the two of us together. We went on our first date 2 days later, and I never looked back. She had me from that moment, and she's stuck through thick and thin. My YouTube journey, how crazy it was that I wanted to go full time, despite at the time that I was going full-time, it didn't really make sense to. She helped support me. And honestly, she's probably the other reason that I have been able to do YouTube for as long as I have. The one and only Brawl Star wants to know, what was your honest opinion on Pet Simulator when you first started? Did you think it would last as long as it has? I thought maybe the Pet Simulator probably would last. In fact, I still think that even if Big Games came out with another Pet Simulator-esque game, it probably would also do well just because there's a community that has been built, and whenever a new game comes out, a lot of the old players that don't play anymore still find themselves coming back to see if it might be better and worth their time again. However, when I played Pet Simulator, no, I didn't think it would do well at all. I did it as a joke, as a dare. I hated simulators at the time. I still kind of hate simulators now just because of how money grab and grindy they are without really much content available for it. But it took off for my channel and I kind of got stuck doing it, and I actually did come to really enjoy playing it. But yeah, when this video came out here, as you can see, there was no Pet Sim content. There was no Pet Sim content afterwards either for like a couple of weeks. I never thought this video right here would change the entire course of my channel, but that's what it did. Too Low asks, you put a lot of effort in your vids, but you can't seem to gain any subs. Are you trying to do something about it? And the answer to that really is, I haven't really tried. It's a common misconception that YouTube subscribers is the determining factor of whether you're successful or not. For the longest time, my goal on YouTube was to get 100,000 subscribers. And then after that, I kind of sort of wanted to go for the million, but thought it probably wasn't possible until a few years later when I found out it was possible. And then at that time, I tried to do a push for the 1,000,000 subscriber mark. But after I hit the 1,000,000 subscriber mark, I kind of realized that after this, the next subscriber mark is 10 million. That's something that 99.9% of YouTubers don't ever hit in their life. And I kind of stopped really worrying about subscribers and started putting all of my effort and time into just making good videos to get the max amount of views. As a YouTube business, subscribers don't pay the bills. Views do. The more views a video has, the more money it'll make. But to answer your question, I am still getting about 18,000 subs every single month. In fact, over 2024, I've gotten about 145,000 subs. Sure, it could be better, and I know how to grow it, as these days, if you want to grow in your subscriber count, you need to do two things: do live streams and upload shorts. For instance, look at Creedcraft's channel here and how crazy his growth has been. 300,000 subs in the last 28 days alone. But also go down and look at how many shorts views he gets versus how many long form views he gets. And you see that over 2/3 of his channel viewership comes from short views that he posts. Both of those things are something that I don't really do on my channel. The last short I did was posted 3 months ago, and the last live stream I did was 2 months ago. And going back to the whole balancing my time on YouTube and the fact that I have a family and I'm also trying to run a YouTube channel full time, I really try to put all of my time and effort into making good videos, and that usually just leaves little to no time for shorts and live streams. So the too long didn't read on that is basically, I know how to get subs if I really want it. I'm just focused on making better videos at the moment. Maybe that's something I'll look to improve in the 2025 era. Did you ever question your videos? Like, did you ever wonder if you should change what your main game should be on your channel? Honestly, I think about this all the time. One of the big reasons I switched from Minecraft to Roblox was the fact that Roblox has so many different games on the platform that you can play. I could be a Roblox YouTuber while still playing a very different game almost every video. And if I wasn't worried about algorithms and stuff like that as part of the business, that's exactly what I would do. The other problem with having a main game on your channel is you're sort of tied to the game's success. So if the game starts doing poorly, not getting updates, or has some very controversial points in it, it starts to look negatively on your channel as well, and you also start seeing a little bit of a dive. If you see me uploading a video on a new game, that's just me branching out to see what other games my audience might enjoy. I'm also low-key like trying to prove that, hey, I'm more than just a Pet Simulator creator, so like if you would watch those videos and like just root me on, that would be great. I'd appreciate it. iSloth here says, what was your main motivation and any person that inspires you to start YouTube, and who is my favorite YouTuber? I don't really have a favorite YouTuber. I have a lot of YouTuber friends that I respect, you know, like enjoy their content, and I see all the behind the scenes stuff that they do and imagine in my head how much hours went into a video. Like Laughability, who spends literally a month working on one single video, and he does like all the animations that usually 20 seconds of animation takes a full day for somebody to animate. I recognize that in a lot of people and I have respect for them, but I don't really have a favorite among them. As far as like my main motivation, it's always been my family. I've always wanted to be in a place where I could provide for them while also making my own success along the way. They're who inspired me to start a YouTube channel. They're the reason I never feel burnout out. They're the reason that I kept going. But this person says, knowing that there are bigger and better channels doing the same thing, how do you keep pushing forward? You just have to remember that everybody has different tastes. Sure, the bigger and better channels have more experience, the bigger audience behind them, and the YouTube algorithm pushing them. But every single big YouTuber all started out with 0 subscribers. Bringing good energy, showing your personality, and maybe giving new takes on creative ideas is what helps you stand out and create your own community. Crosby asked if I was ever going to quit being a Roblox YouTuber anytime soon. The answer to that question is absolutely not. I feel at home with Roblox, and it seems every year Roblox is just doing better and better. Better people are getting on the platform, innovating more, new features are coming, new games are coming. I feel like Roblox is only getting more and more interesting, which means I will have a lot more years on the platform. But if I ever do branch out and do other things, I'll probably just create a new channel for it. Sagas, being a full-time user, does it sometimes bother you when you spend a lot of time on a video and it fails to perform? What do you do if such thing happens? Honestly, it happens about once a month. I'll have a video that I spend a lot of time on and it won't perform very well, and yeah, it's a little bit of a gut punch. In fact, sometimes it's so much of a gut punch that it kind of kills my motivation completely, and what I do is I take some time off. I'll take like a day or two away from uploading, and then I'll just try to put it past me and just work on the next video. Just because one video fails doesn't mean all of them will. You learn from your mistake and you move on. Cracked Banana asked, did you ever consider quitting when times were rough? Videos not getting enough views or likes? Yes, very much so. In fact, I can tell you the exact moment the last time it happened for me. If you scroll down far enough in my videos, you'll see that I did this video here. What if I did YouTube full time? And when you watch this video, it actually starts off pretty sad.
I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself to you all. Hi. My name is NightFoxx.
In this video, I talked about the time that I did on my YouTube channel and how much fun I had, highlighted the ups, but then started showcasing the downs and how my channel was dying, not getting very many views, not getting any subscribers. It had flatlined. People were saying my channel was dead. I made a change.
Hey Siri. It's time to start a new chapter.
Sure thing, let's do it.
And that's when I decided to go full-time on YouTube. I gave myself a year from this date to either make it or break it. And well, if we scroll up about 4 months in, that's when I uploaded Pet Simulator and I cemented myself as a full-time creator. How many jobs have I had outside of YouTube? I had 3 different jobs, all within the IT corporate space. I just worked for different companies doing different things. But before that, I worked at a bookstore. I worked at a lumber company. I was a manager of a pet store. I worked as a car salesman for a few years. And then I got my start in IT working for Hewlett Packard. And then from there, I started working for government jobs and doing various things, but it was all IT related. So I guess all in all, outside of YouTube, I've had probably about 9-10 different jobs. Here's a good question. This person said, who won the editing competition 2 years ago? There's actually a crazy amount of people that found my channel from this video of me doing this idea where I was just trying to find new editors for my channel. I let 10 people edit the video, and yeah, I did actually hire not just 1, but 3 different editors in this video to be part of my channel. In fact, the person editing this video right now edited the entire video of the 10 editors. So if everyone wants to say hey to Tamale, now is a good time to do so. But as far as the competition itself went, we had editors 1 through 10 edit portions of this video, and you can kind of see just by the most replied to see who actually won it. This is editor number 6, and this is what he did.
Did he do it?
Cool. You were doing so well. Don't let me down.
Stand right here and do a backflip. Watch.
No. You can't just throw a picture on the screen. Oh, wait, what's happening? Oh, wait, he's doing new things. Oh, he's doing... Pretty cool, right? Be sure to do this. In the meantime, and I did hire them as an editor, but they only edited about 4 videos for me before they quit. The main problem was they required a full week to edit 1 video, which I was fine with. They only got 1 video a week from me, but then sometimes they would not take a week, but they would take 3 weeks, 4 weeks to do it because they just lost motivation to edit. I also hired number 8.
Playing Pet Simulator on a brand new account.
What I loved about this editor is that they were very much in tune with the Roblox Roblox culture. They knew the community. They knew the funny memes within the Roblox community. But again, they sort of lacked some of the editing skills and communication skills, so they only did about 5 videos for me. If we're gonna talk about the editor that actually won everything, we need to talk about editor number 10, because editor number 10 became my main editor on the channel for an entire 2 years. Every update video, every hardcore video that you saw pretty much over the past 2 years was done by editor number 10. His name was Carter, and he recently just left the channel at the end of this year to go pursue other interests outside the editing space. Editor number 10 did about 350 videos for me. He was quick, he was reliable.
A brand new account. Can I just say, I like that the text is like my colors. That's a nice touch.
So yeah, editor number 6 was my favorite. Editor number 10 ended up winning. What made you start playing Roblox? Easy. My kids. They stopped playing Minecraft, started playing Roblox when Disney got big, and for the longest time, they were my target audience who I made videos for, so whatever games they were interested in was the content I made. I do have a lot of people asking like what my favorite video that I ever made was. And honestly, at this point, I have almost 2,000 videos on my channel, and it's almost impossible to think about one that has been my absolute favorite. I will say the video that I spent the longest on and was probably my favorite video that I made this year was not a pet simulator video at all, but the very first Roblox event of this year, The Hunt, where I had 24 hours to get all 100 badges. I stayed up about 45 hours to get this video recorded, edited, and put out. This is probably my best video that I have made all year. Titan Cameraman wants to know where I met Nick at. For those that don't know, Nick is one of my friends who I met in Roblox, who got me into playing Pet Simulator to begin with. But I didn't actually meet Nick in the Pet Simulator days. I met Nick all the way back in 2018 when I was playing Murder Mystery 2, when Nick was a subscriber that just enjoyed watching my videos, and he used to always get some really good knives, and he would give them to me for free, and we became friends that way. Yes, that's right, Nick bought his friendship. But seriously though, Nick actually stayed with me all throughout the years. When I moved to Piggy, he also moved to Piggy, helped me complete some of the chapters, and then we kind of just were like messing around, talking with each other a lot, and that's when he told me that he started playing Pet Simulator, when I made fun of them for about 2 months before I then inevitably hopped on, and the rest is history. Hazel wants to know what was my happiest I did that moment. My happiest I did that moment was this right here. When I hit the 1,000,000 subscribers, it told me that I actually accomplished something that I set my mind out to do. I became a full-time YouTuber when I only had about 400,000 subs, and at the time, I didn't think this was actually possible at all. But I kept my head down, I kept working, and I achieved that goal. I know I said earlier that I don't really put much stock into subscribers, but this was a pretty big deal for me at the time. And now I look at it as an award for taking a risk and succeeding at that risk I took. Nah wants to know what the hardest obstacle I faced during my career so far. I think the hardest obstacle for me has been learning to let go of the fact that I can't please everyone. That no matter what, somebody is always going to be hating on you for something, and you just can't please everybody. It used to really bother me when I would get negative comments, people being upset or unhappy, or just people trying to cyberbully me. But yeah, letting go of like all the hate comments and people just being unhappy with something I was doing or had done, that was one of the hardest things for me to let go, because I try to please everybody. Another question I got a lot was, what is the most important piece of YouTube advice I have gotten or learned? Success isn't built overnight. You can't upload one video and think you're gonna be successful at it. If you see YouTube channels that have done that, they probably have years of experience on another channel before they started their new one. The only way to get good at this job is to do. Like most things in life, practicing your craft is what makes you better. Give a rating of 1 of 10 of how your life was before YouTuber, now, and during the hardest times of it. I don't talk about my personal life much. I had a pretty bad childhood. I'm not close with my parents. I barely talk with any of my family outside of the immediate family that I have made. And before YouTube, life was hard. I was out of the job for a bit when the economy was rough. I had 2 kids in my early 20s without any real plan of what I was gonna do with my life. I even got evicted and was almost homeless once. There were times when life was a 1 out of 10. And ever since starting YouTube, it's gotten infinitely better. I won't say that it's perfect, because there's still some issues here and there that we have to deal with, but I would say life is a solid like 8 or 9 at this point. And honestly, I have you guys to thank for it. For everybody that's been here in the past 10 years, thank you. I will do my part to keep entertaining you, and all you have to do is to keep watching. Happy New Year's, gamers. Let's make 2025 one of the best ones yet. I've definitely got some interesting plans for some videos, So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, now's a good time to do so. Let me know some of your plans for 2025, as I'd love to see them. Let's all motivate each other to complete our goals. Happy New Year's, gamers. I'll see you later.